Okay, let's do this. Okay, hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Oh,
Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm clicking to admit every person. So, awesome. Amazing. This is so exciting. Hi, nice to see you guys.
You too.
Yeah, hi. This is so cool. I see a lot of unfamiliar faces, which is amazing. I thought it would just be like me and my mom or something on this call. So, thank you for being here. Yeah, my name is Shannon. I'm really excited to meet each of you. Before we get started, I'm just going to say I am recording this. I plan to send it out. So just so you're aware, I think the Zoom lady announced that already. And the other thing is if you want to grab, a cup of tea or I don't know, it's 3 o'clock, you could have a mimosa or something. Or you're knitting or crochet projects, and you just want to listen in, that's totally fine. Um, yeah, thank you so much for being here. It's a beautiful Sunday in St. Pete, and I know it's a nice day to be outside, so thank you for tuning in to a Zoom call. I know we're probably all zoomed out, so I'll try to make this quick and fun and just get to the point. Um, Today, I am talking about what we're building with the common thread and announcing, of course, our address. We just got the keys, so I'm so super excited to share that. And yeah, I just wanted to share with the community, with the fiber artists here in St. Pete, what the vision is for the space, what they can look forward to. And oh my gosh, Connie, I see you knitting. That's awesome. How cute is this? That little sock. That's so cute. Yeah, just what the vision is for the space, kind of our uh, goals and opportunities if you want to get involved. But yeah, I wanted to be, face to face with people when I share this, so it's not just coming from like a Facebook account posting into the ether. So that is why I chose to do this on Zoom. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. That means a lot. If we haven't met, and for most of you, I have not met you, so that's very, very exciting. My name is Shannon O'Brien. I'm from California originally. I moved to St. Pete in 2022, and I absolutely love it here. I own a home here now. I never want to leave. St. Pete is like paradise to me. And I have been knitting and crocheting since elementary school. I pivoted really hard into the crochet and forgot about knitting for like 20 years, and I'm picking it back up now. So crochet is definitely my area of expertise. I love doing blankets and wearables, and three-dimensional objects. And knitting, I am just trying to figure out, how to not drop a stitch. So I can knit and purl. And I'm really excited to learn from people that are skilled at knitting once we open our doors. I'm super duper excited for that. But if anyone ever has a question with a crochet pattern, I can troubleshoot pretty much any pattern with a hook. It's just that you add another needle, it starts getting very confusing for me. Um, yeah, and I guess, I'll start with why am I doing this? Why try to open a brick and mortar yarn store in Florida in 2025? Because that's what all my friends in California are asking me is like, it's Florida. It's hot. And doesn't everyone shop online for yarn anyways? But I'm opening Comet Thread because I shopping online for yarn. I'm a very like tactile person. I love being able to touch the yarn and feel it and actually, make sure the color is what I want it to be. Because sometimes, with the online photography, it's happened to me where I get it home and it's just something totally different than what I wanted. And this is something that I was just kind of daydreaming about for the past year, and really just thinking like, I hope someone opens a place. I hope someone does this because I just want to be a customer. I just want to have a place to go sit and meet people and, maybe have a beverage and work on projects and get inspiration and, find nicer, yarns than just, what we can find at Joann or Michael's or, Walmart or Dollar Tree. No shade, to those brands, but I like nice yarns. And I know that, if I like something probably other people do too. I'm hopefully not alone in that. So that is kind of the why. I realized, no one's doing this, and I did. I put a lot of feelers out, like, hey, is anyone going to open a store, especially after Joanne closed? And everyone's like, no, but I hope someone does. So yeah, so I am. I've never had a brick and mortar before. I've never worked in coffee, so I have a lot to learn, but I'm hopeful that a community will sprout forward and we can make something really cool together. So yeah, that's kind of the why. And I'll share that the vision for the common thread is just a really beautiful, bright, kind of like fiber arts playground where you can walk in, and of course there's tons of different yarns, everything you need, notions and patterns. But there's also big community tables, lots of seating, and a counter where you can get a coffee, or a tea, or maybe a fridge with kombucha or some pastries. Yeah, just a big maker space where you can get cozy and meet people. Because I know how important community is for me, like especially after the pandemic. Just finding those, what are called third spaces that are not your home and not your work, where you can just meet people and have a community that's not affiliated with any, religion or political movement, just a place to be in community with other people. That's been very healing for me personally. So that is definitely the vibe of the space I want to cultivate. So yeah, I'll pause there. I know that's a big dump, but I just wanted to share a little bit about where my intention is for the space, and I'm happy to chat more about that. If you have questions, you can chime in at any point, and you can also put it into the chat. Yeah, but hopefully, if it resonates with you, awesome. Because I'm building this for us. It's not supposed to be just like my baby. I want people to come and hang out. Awesome. Oh, and I'm looking in the chat now. I'm catching up. You guys are so sweet. Oh, Linda, thank you. Yes, Vicky, I know the yarn store that you are referring to, and it closed like right when I moved here, so I never had the pleasure of visiting. But yeah, I think they were close to Central. Um, awesome. Yay. Okay. Thank you guys. Yeah, I mean, thumbs up if
You
you're
can come in.
this sounds good. Hey, did someone just chime in? Was there a question? Okay, yes. Where's the address? Where's the address? Okay, yes, that's why we're here today. So let me get that going for you guys. I actually have a little visual um somewhere here. Give me just a second to pop that open. Yeah, I'm very, very excited. Okay. Present, present. Okay, and then how this always confuses me. Okay. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
awesome. Yeah, welcome to the location reveal. We can count it down. I didn't do anything special, but why don't we count it down? Starting with five, four,
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 three,
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 two,
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 one.
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 Woohoo! Our address is 2462 Fifth Avenue South.
Oh,
And if you are local to St. Pete, there it is on the map. So it is pretty central to everything. It is, it's very near the Grand Central District, but it's not right on Central, so you don't have to worry about, the competitive parking. Hi, person who just joined, Pamela, welcome. We were just sharing the address. Here it is once again if anyone needs it. So yeah, we are right on Fifth Avenue South.
No, he didn't.
And we are here by the kind of by the Pinellas Trail. Yeah, we're a few blocks off of Central, kind of near that restaurant In Between Days,
There,
over by
David.
Original House. Yeah, and if you are local, then you will probably recognize that this is the former location of the Chelsea. If you've ever been there, the Chelsea was a coffee shop that specialized in kind of like British themed. They did a lot of like they did like high tea with little sandwiches. It was super duper cute. I think they had some retail in there. They did close a couple I think maybe a year or so ago, and um the new owner, I think the most recent tenants were Hale Life Bakery. And they also vacated. So yeah, I heard through the grapevine that this location was available and things just lined up such that I was able to sign on to it before it went on the market. So I'm very, very excited to be here. It's a beautiful 800 square foot property. And I have some more pictures. This is the inside. I haven't laid a finger on what the previous tenants had going on here. So this is all their seating and fixtures. You can see we have a nice garage door there. And you'll notice it's already built out as a cafe. So a lot of the heavy lifting has been done for us in terms of the plumbing and electrical. Here, let's watch the next one again. The plumbing and the electrical is already up to code for it to be a cafe, which I am so just blessed and thrilled and happy about because it is a big undertaking to build a cafe from scratch, and that is already existing in this place. But yeah, they built some wall seating there. We're going to change a lot of what you see, but I just wanted to show you kind of the footprint. Oh, we have more people joining. Hello. And here's one more angle of it from that cafe side. And we're probably going to reduce that so we can make more space for tables and more space for retail and yarn. But yeah, that is kind of what we're working with there. You'll notice in the back, it's kind of hard to see. Maybe I can pause it. Wait, come back. I would love to show you the backyard area. There is a large outdoor patio seating area. If you've ever been there, can I pause it? No, I can't. Okay. The recent owners put some shading covers out there and some turf. So it's a really nice place. If the weather's cool, we could roll up the garage door. We could sit outside. We could sit in the shade and work on things. And the property is right next to like a big kind of empty lot. And I got landlord permission for us to do craft fairs out there and markets and things with vendors. So they're very, very agreeable to that. Um, so yeah, the other question I'm seeing in the chat is how is parking? So there's a lot of parking in that shopping center if you're familiar with Rad Power Bikes or Metabolic, and there's also like a golf store there in that shopping center. So we have permission to use that whole parking lot. And then it's just kind of a stroll past some of the other business fronts to get to us. But yeah, it has tons of parking. Like I said, indoor outdoor seating, space for craft fairs. I'm very, very excited because parking, when I was putting feelers out, like what is important to folks for this space, parking was huge. They're like, please don't be in super, downtown. Please don't be like in the edge district. I cannot find parking there. And I think that's important because I want everyone to be able to park and hang out and stay for hours, and not have to worry about feeding the meter. Cool. So, will there be bike racks? That's an amazing question. I would love to put a bike rack in. Yeah, I will look into that if there's not already one there because it's so close to the Pinellas Trail that you really could just kind of cruise over if you are on your bike. Yeah, okay. And Linda says it's 30 minutes. Okay, yeah, that's not the worst thing in the world. In as far as like St. Pete goes, because it's so central, it's about like maybe 16 minutes from like the furthest corners of St. Pete. So like up in Tyrone, it's about 12 minutes from Tyrone. So yeah, I hope the location is something that you guys are happy about. I'm very, very happy about it. I can't wait to get people in the door to actually look at the space. But yeah, that is what I have. We can go back and maybe look at some of those videos again because I think they're fun. Yeah, I'm looking in the chat. People are asking Linda says probably shorter than that the way I drive. That's so funny. Yeah, people are asking, when will you be opening? Amazing question. I want to open as soon as possible, but as you can see, like inside is going to need a lot of love. We are going to give it a little bit of a makeover. So if we can, like, I want to get another AC unit in there because it was getting a little bit stuffy. We're going to need to change the footprint a little bit. And there's building like yarn displays. There's just a lot of moving pieces, but I am hopeful that August will be when we open. So kind of around back to school time. I will absolutely announce that we will do a lot of like a really big push to share the opening date. Um, yeah, I think August. And then I had another question about like what hours do you think you'll be open? People were very specific that hey, like I work a 9 to 5 and most yarn shops close by the time I get off work. I definitely want to stay open after 5, either till 6 or 7. As far as opening hours, it's interesting because we're a hybrid, coffee shop. So I really do want to test out like what the demand is for coffee. Because some coffee shops open at like 7 a.m., but I know that very few of us are out shopping for yarn at 7 a.m. and trying to sit down and work on a big blanket or something. That's a little bit early. So still kind of need to feel that out. I'd love to get feedback on, what kind of hours you think would work. But because we are in a little bit of a coffee desert over there, I don't want to be, shut our doors during early hours. It's just something I need to figure out. Yeah, because it's going to be an interesting sort of Frankenstein of retail and coffee and beverage service. So yeah, great questions. Um, amazing questions. Linda's saying, let us know if you need any help setting up. You guys are amazing. Just having you on this call, I'm feeling so much support. So thank you. Yeah, I hope this scratches the itch of like what is going on with this yarn store in St. Pete. Um, if anyone has a specific skill or talent where you're like, hey, I do this, if in case you need it, or if you just are looking for opportunities to get involved, feel free to shoot me an email. We can grab a coffee. I'd love to meet you and, see what kind of overlap there might be with your interests and kind of what we're building here. But it's going to be really fun. I am just so jazzed, you guys. We're going to have classes, we're going to have events, we're going to have happy hours, and this is going to be, I'm saying it's like, it's not your grandma's yarn store. This is going to be a really fun, fresh addition for St. Pete. And I think I expect that there's going to be a really cool story here about St. Pete's first fiber arts cafe. Because it's so weird, it's so wacky, but I think it's crazy enough to work. So hopefully that resonates. But yeah, if anyone needs my email, it's right there on the screen. Hello at Common Thread St. Pete. But yeah, I'm happy to now just hear from you guys. I've done a ton of yapping. What you think, if you have any questions that I can answer at this point, or any requests, I am taking notes. So I'll turn it over to you. And please don't be shy.
Hi, this is Linda. Some of us have helped in other yarn shops to get it set up. So that's why I said, let us know what you need. We're used to putting together things. We're used to labeling yarn and stuff like that. There were a group of us that met at another local yarn shop, and I'm not going to go into it. There are reasons we don't go there, but we were labeling her yarn for her and
Oh.
helping. Just because you open your place to us, we're more than happy to help you.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's incredible. I feel like the fiber arts community that I've spoken to are some of the most generous and just sweet people. So thank you. I will definitely, publicize if like what needs we have. But I think even just, coming to the grand opening and hanging out and just being part of the fabric of the store too, I think will just be very, very special. Like I would just love to it's for fiber artists, so I would just love to have as many people as possible just hanging out at the grand opening party. But yeah, I will absolutely put out the word when we're like, okay, it's all hands on deck. We gotta build some IKEA furniture or do some painting. Or if anyone knows a good muralist, I think that's just a wonderful corner building to get a really cool, like what if we had a mural that was like yarn or granny squares or something. So yeah, thank you, Linda. That's so wonderful to hear from you. Um, awesome. Okay, I see a couple questions in the chat too, and feel free to put your little emoji hand up too if you want. I can call on you or just chime in. A lot of people interested in teaching. That's amazing. I would love to have, especially on the knitting side, because that is my Achilles heel. Knit-alongs would be great. Yeah, later evenings in the week. Is it across from a brewery? Yeah, it's actually next to yeah, it's next, I think it's Bayboro Brewing is right there. It's about it's like 1 block away. Um okay, cool. Oh, there's a place called Hashtag Yarn in Bradenton, where they do a similar type of shop. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'd love to talk to them. Janine asked, what kind of food will you be offering? I mean, I want to hear from the community what kind of food, if there's any like bakeries or vendors that you really, really like, because I kind of like everything, but I know some people have like their favorite muffins or their favorite croissants. So we'll be bringing in a vendor to do pastries, and we'll probably just have a little, pastry display every day. But yeah, we will not be a kitchen, so we won't be serving like plated dishes. It will be kind of grab and go pastries and kind of sweets and things like that. Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, and oh, okay, great. Yes, people asking about the location. I'll show that video again. Send your partners to Bayboro while we knit. So it's so funny because that shopping center has like a e-bike store and a like a virtual reality golf place where you go and you put on, I don't know, you stand in front of a screen and you like do virtual golf. So the landlord was joking with me like, oh, like the wives, it's very like gender stereotype, but the wives will go into the yarn store and then they can drop all their husbands off at the golfing store. Um, yeah, I think that's funny. And it's really wonderful that this worked out because a lot of the different landlords I was kind of talking to when I was looking at different locations were these older guys, and they just really did not understand like why a yarn store. Does anyone even use yarn anymore? Does anyone even knit? I think my grandma knitted. Who's buying this? But I'm like, no, but every woman I've talked to is like, yes, that's awesome. Oh my gosh, I love knitting. I want to learn. And has been super supportive. And this landlord, I think, just like was nice enough to take a chance with this business concept. So I'm very, very grateful. And Janine is asking, will you also sell online? Yeah, I think we would like to sell online. I think perhaps before we open, we might do like an online pre-sale and either, mail stuff to people, or you could come in and pick it up in the store and just kind of get a sneak peek while we're setting things up and meet in person. But yes, we do plan on selling yarn online. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing. And turn it back over to you guys if there's any other thoughts or questions or nuggets. But yeah, I just want to say thank you again, everyone, for being here. I feel the love through the screen, and I'm so excited to build this with you guys and actually meet you and get to hug you guys in person, because this is just I think it's just a daydream that I've taken too far, and now there's no going back. So awesome.
I'll say I'm very excited, Shannon.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
I learned like you, I learned as a little girl to knit and crochet, and then 3 Christmases ago, picked up crocheting again for the first time since like college.
Yeah.
And I know there's somebody mentioned the Bay Area Knitting Guild. I know we have a group that meets Wednesday mornings at a coffee shop, bookshop in St. Pete. And so I know there are like
Yeah.
several different kind of groups in the area, fiber arts groups. So you are definitely filling a gap.
Yay.
So we're looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I got to check out some of those groups. Yeah, that's amazing. And your background is so cool, by the way. That's awesome. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you forget about these hobbies and they just creep back up on you later in life and then they get you in a chokehold. So, yeah, lovely to meet you, Tess. Yeah, it's great to see you guys. Glenda, it's great to see you. Victoria, Connie, Kelly, Teresa, Nina, Pat. Oh my gosh, so many people. I literally just thought it would be like me and my mom on this call. So thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I guess if that's it, I'll wrap it up and send out the recording and we can start telling people and sharing the address. I can put that out to the public. But yeah, stay tuned. There will be more where this came from. Thank you. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful Sunday. Enjoy this beautiful weather. See you soon. Bye.